Hello friends, today I am going to create Game of Life in Python. The Game of Life is not your typical computer game. It is a cellular automation, and was invented by Cambridge mathematician John Conway. The game rules are simple. A cell will have two states, dead and alive. Each cell has 8 neighbors, including those to the north, south, east, west, and diagonally. A living cell with more than 3 live neighbors dies due to overpopulation. A living cell with fewer than 2 live neighbors dies due to underpopulation. A dead cell with exactly 3 live neighbors becomes alive in the next generation. Now let's start programming. First import libraries Pygame. Random. SYS. First initialize Pygame. Create constants width and height to store windows width and height. Then create a variable named screen to store surface details. Also creating clock object. Now we can create game loop. The game logic is running inside this loop. For each event, in pygame.event. If event type is equals quit. Then quit using sys.exit. Next screen.fill any color. And pygame.display.update. Now calling game loop and testing the program. Now we are going to create a class named Life. And its properties are inherited from Pygame sprite class. Also defining constructor for the class. Let's create image variable with size 5 into 5. Fill image with color. Self.rect is a rectangle that surrounds the image represented by self.image. Using this rect we can change position of the object in screen. Initially setting object location at x equal 100 and y equals 100. Creating a sprite group container name all lives to store objects as a group. For testing, creating object of the class life. Also adding it to all lives container. Now calling all lives.draw. Okay. We successfully created first object. Next creating a matrix named life to store every object of class life. We need to pass x and y coordinates to class life's constructor. I will show how this loop works. First their class object stores in a list A. Then list A appends to list life. Running the program. Now screen is filled with full cells. Now creating a Boolean variable named alive inside the class. Creating a function update inside the class. Update function is used to update objects in each frame. If object is alive, make its color white, else black. Making one object alive to test if it is working or not. It's working. Now creating a function to count alive neighbors. Checking neighbors of every side alive or not. Testing if it works or not. Error occurred because border objects don't have 8 neighbors, so putting it in a try except statement. Now all neighbor count is working. Next, inside game loop, checking for mouse clicks and storing mouse coordinates in 2 variables. Okay, we got mouse coordinates. If we divide mouse coordinates with 5, we will get corresponding object index, making clicked objects alive. Next, creating a function named updateState to add game rules. If neighbor count is greater than or equals 4 or less than or equal 1, make cell dead. If a cell have exact 3 neighbors alive, make cell alive. Run updateState function for all objects. We need to make a pause system. When click enter button, game starts. Space button for pause. Okay, now the game is working. Let's show game is paused or not in captions. We can adjust the frame rate using clock.tick. Trying with different shapes. I will provide the source code in description.